Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a very important day because today is the day that we are transitioning from being weekly chart investors here on this channel to monthly chart investors. And I'm going to show you guys why that is here in just a second. I know we built this channel off of weekly alerts and trading a weekly chart, but I think the best way to protect us against big moves to the downside and capitalize on big moves to the upside is to switch to the monthly chart. Okay, so you're looking at a chart of Bitcoin right here, and you can see our trading indicator has called the bottom of Bitcoin since back here in 2015. So if we're using the strategy, okay, and the indicator to place our entries and we're investing and we're not trading, okay, this is the best time to buy, right? Our assets that we want to own for the long term. This was 2015 on Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin was $250. Okay, if we were buying down in here in this area during this time, okay, the price went from $250 all the way up to $20,000. Okay, you could have sold this red dot right here, or you could have sold right here. You could have sold here and got back in on this green one and then sold up here. But the whole goal, the easiest way to do this and how we are going to be going about it from here on out is on a monthly chart. Okay, we don't want to be traders. We want to be long-term investors. And it is the best time to buy, as you can see here, not just on Bitcoin, but on every single other asset. Look at Ethereum. If you were buying Ethereum right here in 2023, you were buying it at about $1,000. It went all the way up to 4,000. If you were buying back here in 2020, you were buying at 150. This thing went all the way up to around $5,000. That was a massive, massive move. And it's not just on crypto. It's also on stocks. Look at this last one on Meta that came, right? Blue wave way down here in 2023 on Meta. This is Facebook. Okay. You could have bought Meta down here at 120. It went all the way up to 500. That's a 400% move. So that is what I want to start focusing on here on this channel. I know there probably won't be as many videos, but these dots are extremely accurate, and they're more accurate the higher the time frame. So if we're looking at a monthly chart, that's about the highest time frame that you can get. Yes, you can look at a 6-month chart, a 12-month chart, but that doesn't really make sense in my opinion. I know, again, we built this channel off the weekly chart, but there's too many decisions to be made even on a weekly chart. Okay. Even on a weekly chart, there's too many decisions to be made. Okay. The best way that we can grow our wealth, in my opinion, is by using and focusing on the monthly chart. And I'm not sitting here saying we're never going to look at a weekly chart, but I want to reference the monthly. Like right now, look at Ethereum. Okay. Ethereum is red, or I'm sorry, this is Meta. Meta's red, but we're way extended, right? We want to buy major pullbacks. We want to capitalize on big pullbacks. Here was one right here from 200 down to 160, and then it ripped. Okay, the green means buy and the red means sell. That's as easy as our strategy is going to get here. Okay, we are only buying assets that have a green dot on the trading indicator. And if you're shorting, like I put a short in on NVIDIA, and if you don't know what a short is, okay, it's when you're actually placing a trade saying that it's going to go down. So I actually bought a $50 put on NVIDIA, and $50 would put us back around that 50-week EMA on our trading indicator. This is that light blue line right there. Okay, the blue one is the 50. This one is the 200, and the orange one is the 9. Those are just exponential moving averages. Okay, they're all a part of the trading indicator. It's a built-in layout. If you don't have it, you guys can get it inside the Discord, but you get all the red and green dots, everything you need, okay, to be a part of it. So these are just moving averages. You can see price normally pulls back into these moving averages. The 200, the 50, and the 9 are the most popular EMAs used by traders. So with that being said, you can see how the price retracts into it and bounces, retracts into it and bounces, okay? It's the same exact thing across the board. Bitcoin pulled right back into it. Boom, bounce, right back into it, boom, bounce, right back into it, a little bit below, boom, bounce. So I want to see Bitcoin pull back down into it again. Okay, I don't know if that's going to be in a year from now, in 6 months from now, in a couple months from now. I don't know. But Bitcoin is red right now, and so is Solana. Okay, Solana looks, look at this big pump. Okay, and now we're just putting in a bull flag, but this thing could break down. It very well could. And as long as that last out remains red, I don't want to be owning any of these names. Right? Red dot on Ethereum. Look at QQQ. This is the tech sector ETF. This is telling me tech stocks are about to come down. Okay. The SPY also red on the monthly, and these monthly candles close here in 3 days. Okay. They close on the 31st. Okay. So next week, we're going to get a new monthly candle. Okay, so if this closes red, that's very dangerous. Last time that happened on the SPY was over here in September, and we ended up pulling back like 40%. That was a big dip, right? From there to there. What is this? Never seen this tool before. I clicked the wrong one there. That was it was a 30% dip, but still, that's a pretty large dip, right? A 30% pullback on an ETF is big. Okay, that means Amazon. Also, Amazon's red right now. Okay, Amazon's red. Okay, Google is red, right? Microsoft is red. Okay, Nvidia is red. Okay, everything is red right now, which indicates, in my opinion, that we are going to get a drop. Okay, because it has happened throughout time, right? Got a drop here, and with what's going on in the world and just how much is going on, like with the presidential election coming up, that there could be some volatility. There could be some major volatility. So again, got to be smart. Got to be smart. Got to look at the long-term perspective, right? Where does it make sense to buy Bitcoin? Where does it make the most sense? In my opinion, I think we can all agree that the best time to buy Bitcoin is down here, okay? Down in this area, okay? And it always retracts. It goes up and it goes down. It goes up and it goes down, okay? And on a monthly chart, we're just going to have to be more patient. And I believe that's how you win in the stock market. Okay, you have to be more patient than anybody. Okay, even on a weekly chart, you have to be patient. But the monthly, it even takes more patience. But the gains are much more. If you were buying Bitcoin down here, okay, you made 300% this year. 300% if you would have bought at 18K when this signal came. That means if you put in 10,000 here, you now have $40,000 up here. Okay, if that's you, right? If you're smart money, if you're buying with the smart money down there, okay, you're making 300%. Okay, this is a prime time example of this chart right here. Okay, now everyone's excited about Bitcoin because, Donald Trump and all these presidents and all these politicians are talking about it, right? It's being adopted, right? Everyone's excited about it. They're pumping news out at you, right? Because the big people, the people who have all the money, who control these markets, they control the news and they want to pump the news. They want to make the news great, right? New paradigm. Yeah, everything's good. Everything's great, right? They're wanting retail to come in and buy their bags up here because they can't sell their bags that they were buying down here. Okay, they can't sell their bags unless you guys are buying them up here. Okay, unless we're buying them. So let's just not get slaughtered anymore. We're going to be using a monthly chart, focusing on the monthly chart moving forward. So when we get the monthly chart, when we get a monthly green dot, okay, for example, we have a red one right now on Bitcoin, okay, or Nvidia. So when you get the monthly dot on Nvidia, okay, and everything's red right now. You guys just saw I pulled up 10 or 20 of those big name stocks and big name cryptos, and everything's red. So we got to be using caution, right? So Nvidia's red here. So what do I want to do? I want to short the daily red dots. Okay. Now, if it's green, for example, like Ave or like Tesla here. Okay, Tesla. This is my watch list right now. All these names are green on the monthly chart. Everything is green. You can see Tesla has a green monthly dot. Tesla's the only big stock that has a green monthly, and it's not doing too well this month. It's trying to hold that 200 level. But what I'd be doing on Tesla now, okay, now that I have the monthly confirmation, now we want to be snipers and we want to get in here on the daily chart, right? The daily chart, and then buy the green dots, just like you got right there. So the monthly dot came, right? The monthly dot came. We went all the way up here. This is when everyone was excited a couple months ago. That was back in July at 270. Everyone was talking about Tesla. Okay, and I remember calling the top. I remember seeing this red dot and saying, hey, this is the top. Okay, we went from 270 all the way down to 180. Okay, and I was getting roasted on Twitter. Okay, that was a 30% drop. So now that it's down 30%, right, this is where you want to enter off the green dot on the daily. So we're going to be using a monthly chart in conjunction with the daily chart. So in order to buy anything, though, it needs to be green on the monthly. You guys understand that? It needs to be green on the monthly for us to want to buy anything. Okay, if it's not green on the monthly, we're not going to touch it. We do not want to be a part of it. We do not want to trade it. Okay, but once we have that dot confirmation on the monthly, that's when we can zoom in to the daily. This is how we are going to be trading on this channel moving forward. Okay, so what I'd be looking for right now on Tesla is a green dot on the daily chart. And I would take that trade on the daily chart and I would ride that thing up, because we know as long as the last dot is green on the monthly, right? Look at Tesla there. Okay, green dot on the monthly down here. What did we do? We ripped. Okay, green dot down here. Okay, this wasn't a very good move, but it still was a pretty big move to the upside, about 40-50%. Okay, got rejected. Okay, green dot again. So now, again, we can get in on the daily and we can start sniping our trades here with the daily dot alerts. So my watch list right now looks like this. Fubu, we've been tracking this for a couple months. It had a big move all the way up to, it was like 230, all the way from like 114 where we were buying it. Okay, big move. So now what are we waiting for on Fubu? We're waiting for a green dot on Fubu to take our entry. Because why? Because we got the monthly dot confirmation. Same thing with Rivian. Rivian is also green. Okay, now we're in here on the daily, looking to enter on the green dots, right? Setting our stop losses when we get that green dot confirmation. Okay, stop loss on Rivian right now is 1282. And again, last dot is still green on the monthly on that one. JNJ is also green. APPS is also green. Okay, again, all these names, I'm just looking for pullbacks on the daily now. We're trying to snipe the trades now that we've got the macro confirmation that we're going up. Okay, just like we saw in Bitcoin back here in 2023 and right here in October of 2023, we had two buy signals, one for Bitcoin here and one for Bitcoin here. Both came in 2023. And we're just riding the trend all the way up. Now, when the wave gets back up here, right, this is when we need to be more cautious, thinking about taking profits, sitting cash, or finding somewhere else to put our money. Because I'm just going to be honest with you guys. It makes, I mean, you guys can agree if you're watching and you're looking at this chart, it doesn't take a genius to sit here and look at this chart and say, the best time to buy was down here, right? The best time to buy was down here. The best time to buy was down here. So when you're using this strategy, I wouldn't use it on penny stocks or anything. I'd use it on good quality names. Okay. If you guys would have bought the green dot right here on Meta back in January of 2023, that was like I said, a 400%, 350% trade, guys. That is insane. That is insane gains. Okay. So all we have to do is be patient, right? This might only happen every year or so, right? You might get this big opportunity to put your money to work, right? And there's names all the time. You can see there's a bunch of names in my watch list right now. There's about 10 names that actually have green dots on, well, green dots, or they're getting a green dot. Let me put that one back in the red. Sui, I'm watching that one. But me, this is an energy company. It's green, right, on the monthly. So I can now get in on the daily and watch for my pullbacks on the daily chart to snipe my trades. As long as the last dot is green on the monthly, we're going up, right? We're going up. The monthly dots are the rarest dots, okay? And they are the most accurate because they have the most dots. If you think about it, okay, one of these candles is 30 of these candles, okay? 30 of these candles are built into one of these monthly candles because there's 30 days in a month. Okay, so you're getting 30 months of 30 days of data in each bar. So that's why the longer the time frame, the more accurate our trading indicator is. Okay, and it works really well on high capitalized names like ETFs, okay, like Ethereum, like Solana, like Bitcoin. Okay, all these names are very capitalized now. Okay, so when Solana pulls back down here on the monthly, this is when we're going to want to buy Solana. I don't feel comfortable buying Solana up here right now. I don't. I really don't. I don't even want to hold it. Okay, until I see a green dot on the monthly chart. Okay, and the daily it's still red and pointing down. So again, the monthly chart is what we are going to be referencing here from now on. We had some alerts go off. This was time triggered. This was last night. Okay, I switched all the alerts from the weekly to the monthly chart. So we're only going to get monthly chart alerts or monthly dot alerts over here inside the Discord now. Okay, we were getting the weeklies before, but they're just not doing due diligence. I think as long-term investors, like my whole goal was to educate people on the financial markets, and it is my goal of this channel is to spread education, because I feel like a lot of people are very unaware of how money works and how the markets work. And I think the best way for us to capitalize and grow our wealth is going to be by focusing on a monthly chart from this day forward. So that's why I'm making the executive decision to change here For all you that are still here on the channel watching, I think the weekly chart has been good to us, but I think the monthly chart is going to be much, much better for us uh, as a community to focus on. So we're wanting to buy things that have green dots on the monthly, and we're wanting to sell things that have red dots on the monthly. So if your name is red, okay, you can short the market. If your name is green, you're long the market. Okay, so that's just kind of how it works, and that's how it's going to work here moving forward. And we're going to be covering these alerts as they come throughout the week. So let's go ahead and start here with here at the top. So in the video, I told you guys I bought a short position. That's just because we're getting a red dot on the monthly, and I got the red dot on the daily. So when the monthly dot lines up with the dot on the daily, that is typically right when I want to take my position. So if the dot is red on the monthly and red on the daily, I'm short. I'm short the name. If it's green on the monthly and green on the daily, we're long. We're long the market. And just like how we want to buy assets that are down here on the monthly, okay, assets that are down here on the monthly, okay, we want to buy them also on the daily. So again, once I get the green dot on the monthly, once we see the green dot or the red dot on the monthly, if we're long or short, if it's red, you're short. If it's green, you're long. Okay, so again, NVIDIA, the reason I took the short yesterday was because, boom, this candle is going to close red. They have earnings today, so it could actually go either way. But when you get a red dot on the daily and it's lined up with a red dot on the monthly, or when you get a green dot on the daily and it's lined up with a green dot on the monthly, the first thing you need is the monthly. Okay, if you do not have the monthly dot, you shouldn't even be on the daily chart trying to take an entry. Okay, because again, the last dot is red. We want to buy when it's green. Okay, I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, feel free to reach out. Feel free to ask questions down in the comments section. I read all the comments. So think of the monthly wave. Think of the monthly chart as like the whale in the ocean, right? If we're just little fish in the ocean. These whales are billionaires and trillionaires, right? We have little $10,000, $100,000 accounts. Maybe some of you have $100,000 accounts. We have tens of thousands right now. Okay, in 5 to 10 years, that's going to be a lot different using this strategy if we can capitalize on this. Okay, but think of the monthly chart as the whale. We want to buy when the whales are buying. The whales are buying when the wave is down here, right? Whales are the big money. Okay, they're big money, right? The smart money. Let me pull up our cheat sheet over here in the Discord. Smart money, stealth phase. Okay, smart money's buying down here. Smart money is not buying up in this area. Okay, smart money is not buying up here right now. They're not. They're just not. They're trying to sell. Okay, they have to sell millions and millions and millions of shares. In order to do that, they need to get all the retail and us to be buying up here. You should not be going long on NVIDIA up here, okay? And that's why I took a short right there today. So they actually have earnings after the bell. So again, we are short NVIDIA. AVGO, this is also another tech company, also red. So this is a this is Broadcom. They're a major company. I think they're hundreds of billions of dollars. Again, red. And you guys saw also QQQ. This is the tech sector. So I don't know how much you guys know about ETFs. If you don't know what an ETF is, I'd recommend going and looking it up. An ETF is just a portfolio of stocks that you can buy into. So the QQQ is pretty much all the big tech stocks. I'm talking about Apple, Microsoft. You're talking about, I think Amazon's even in there. I think they're considered a tech company. You got Google, all the big ones, right? So when you're buying this, you're like buying a share of each one of those. You're buying a percentage of each one of those stocks. So instead of just buying one, you're buying like 20 different stocks at once just by buying the ETF. But you could see it's red, right? Red, meaning the tech sector should come down over the next months, in the coming months, right? In the coming months. So here's PG, Procter and Gamble. I'm not sure what they do, but they also have a red dot showing here. So again, we'd be short Procter and Gamble. I'd be looking at the daily chart, looking to sell, looking to buy a put on the daily there. Now that we have this monthly confirmation, here's Costco. Costco also given red. Okay, also showing red here. Okay, again, we'd be shorting Costco here. Spotify also short Spotify here. Okay, last red one came back here. That was around 300. Look what happened. Okay, March 2021 all the way to July 2023. This thing got absolutely slaughtered. Okay, again, from 350 all the way down to 70. Boom. But then it bounced back. So again, if you got in right here in August, right here in August 2022. Yes, it dipped all the way back down here to 70. But if you would have held on until now for about a year, you would be up 234% on your trade. Okay. Buying down here, selling up here. Okay. We are short Spotify here. Here's Jasmine, also red dot here. Okay. Do not like it. It broke down below 2. Crypto just doesn't look good right now, folks. It just doesn't look good from a monthly perspective. I showed you guys Bitcoin's chart. I showed you Solana's chart. I showed you Ethereum's chart. I know the weekly charts have been giving us signals, but we cannot ignore the monthly chart anymore, folks. We just can't ignore it. Okay. We got to wait for the green dot confirmation before we take a trade. I think the monthly and the daily are going to work very well together, just like how the weekly and the 4-hour work together. Okay. But the monthly and the daily are what we are going to be focusing on the most here. Moving forward. And again, you got Google also giving you a red dot and a red candle there. I look for Google to pull back maybe down here into 120. So I'd be short Google. Again, I'd be buying puts on these red dots. Okay, red dot on the daily is not a good sign. Okay, that thing looks like it wants to roll over. Microsoft also red in August. Okay, red dot here in August. Okay, this thing does not look good. Okay, it does not look good here from a monthly perspective. Again, be looking to short. Okay, I would have been shorting right here, okay, on August 24th, going short. Okay, and then once the daily gets back down here, that's when you can capitalize on taking your position. But again, we want to trade with the whales. The whales, whichever way the whale is going, the monthly chart will tell us that. The monthly chart is more accurate than the weekly chart because there is more data. Okay, there is more data on the monthly than there is the weekly. That's why we are switching, because it is more accurate. Okay, no more weekly charts. Monthly and daily are what we are hyper focused on here. Okay, hyper focused on the monthly and the daily. Let's wait for those monthly confirmations. Here's the SPY, also red dot here. Okay, and I'd hate to be the bearer of bad news. Okay, but this is just what the chart is telling me, folks. Okay, the pullback is imminent in this area. It's very, very possible that the SPY and these names could pull back here. Okay, and again, you got the daily dot there. So again, we'd be shorting this red dot here on the SPY. I'd be short the SPY here. Okay, and your stop loss on a short would be 564 there. Okay, so that was another monthly signal. Here's QQQ, also the tech sector. I've talked about this. Okay, monthly red. Okay, red on the monthly. We're expecting the whale to swim back down here. Okay, the whale's coming back down here. We're going to wait for a green dot to get back in. But again, we can all agree the best time to buy is right down here. Okay, right down here, 2009, bada bing, bada boom. You could have bought the QQQ at 26. It's sitting at 472 today. Okay, boom. Down here, you got the opportunity in 2023. That was a big old pullback. Okay, 268 is where we bounced. Green dot came, we ripped. Green dot came here, we ripped. Green dot came here, we ripped. The most accurate ones are going to be the ones down here, right? We're looking for these opportunities like we got last year on Meta. Okay, boom, massive pullback. This is This is where you capitalize. 400, you just 4x your net worth right there. Okay, and all you had to do was wait and be patient. Okay, so again, as long as the last dot is red on the monthly, we are short. As long as it is green, we are long. Okay, here's American Express, also red dot here. So we'd be looking to short American Express here. Okay, shorting it on a red dot. Okay, the chart looks strong, and America's in tremendous amounts of credit card debt right now due to the economy. So I don't know why they would go down. But again, this indicator is just a signal. It's for you to make your own analysis, and it's for you to understand, like, hey, the direction is going down. Okay, you can see that right here. Boom, pullback. Boom, pullback. Okay, boom, pullback. Okay, there's always been pullbacks, folks, after these red dots, and it always rips after the green. So we want Google to come on back down. Okay, come on back down to our moving average, okay, where we have bounced since 2010. Look at that. 2010, bounce. 2010, bounce. 2010, okay, we're bouncing right on the 50 EMA, that light blue line. Okay, you can identify that on any of the chart. You look at NVIDIA. Where does it pull back into? It also pulls back into that light blue line and then rips. That is the 50 EMA. Again, if you guys do not have access to the trading indicator, you can get all these EMAs and all the settings on our trading indicator down here, the red and green dots, by coming over here and clicking on this link here. It takes about 2 clicks, and all of this information, all of this whole layout will load right into your TradingView account. If you guys have questions about that, feel free to holler or leave a comment down below. but this thing will improve your trading by a long shot. If you can focus on a monthly chart, if you can have the patience, folks, I guarantee you it's going to pay off in the long run. Okay, here's Snapchat. This one's a little smaller of a market cap coin. They just got clapped on their earnings there. Okay, so we'd be looking to short this thing off this red dot here. Yeah, the stock market looks like it wants to roll over. And I don't know if crypto's going to follow suit, but it just doesn't look pretty right now. It does not look pretty right now. Okay, here's Netflix, also red here on the monthly. Okay, also red on the monthly. Again, in here on the daily, shorting the red dots. Okay, that is a short trade right there on Netflix. Okay, here's Amazon, also red on the monthly. Okay, red dots mean pullback. Okay, red dots mean pullback. We're shorting the red dots now that the dot is red. Okay, we're not looking to buy Netflix until the dot shifts back to green. Okay, we want to see a green dot on Amazon before we get back in, but this is just a total downtrend right now. Okay, look at Amazon. Okay, trending down. Okay, getting rejected. Boom. Okay, stocks do not look pretty, folks. Yeah, and crypto does not either. Okay, crypto does not either. Here's HIMS. Okay, also a great name to short right now. Also red on the monthly, breaking down below its 200-day moving average. The stop loss on a short would be right there at 17. Okay, 17 would be your short. That would be your stop loss again. We want to be buying down in this area. You were buying in 2022 back at $4. It went all the way up to 26. Congratulations. Okay, a beautiful, beautiful trade there. Okay, beautiful trade. Here's Robinhood, also red. Okay, so also looking to short Robinhood. That one looks like it's going to print a red dot here any day. Also, where's the trend? It's easy to identify. Okay, the trend is down. Okay, there is a massive rejection. Okay, so I'm thinking Robinhood's going to get flushed on here. Okay, look at that. Monthly candle, ugly. Monthly dot, ugly. Okay, red dots coming on the daily. Just be careful, folks. Be careful. Here's Mara as well. Where was the best time to buy Mara? It was down in this area. Okay, right down here, right down here, right down here, and right here. Okay, and now where is it? It's red on the monthly, so we're trending down. Okay, and if crypto and everything breaks, ooh, that one got rejected off its 50 right there, and it's given a red dot on the daily here as well. Okay, I think the markets are going to absolutely crash here, folks. I think people are going to get hurt right here. I can see it happening. Here's the monthly on Ford. Ugly candle there. Absolutely just ugly candle there. Again, looking to short red dots now on the daily. Ford does not look good. Here's Home Depot, which is green on the monthly, but we're a little up. We're a little, I guess, overextended here. This might be a name that works okay. I'd be looking to buy pullbacks now on the daily. So again, opposite of the reds, right? When you get a green dot on the monthly, that's when you want to get in here on the daily and place your trade on the next month or the daily green dot. Does that make sense? So when this pulls back either into our 50 or our 200 on the daily now, okay, because we are in an uptrend. As long as we're green on the monthly, we're trending up. So we're looking for those opportunities here, okay, with the pullbacks into one of our moving averages and a green dot on the daily. So we're referencing the monthly with the daily. In order to even want to be in a trade, if we're long, the last dot has to be green. If we're short, the last dot has to be red. Okay, and we want to make sure the dot lines up with the daily dot. Okay, that is how we are trading moving forward here on this channel. Here's Rare. This is a cryptocurrency that's performed very well. It had a big breakout here on the monthly. This one's on the look at the buy list. Okay, big breakout there on the monthly. This one's tradable on Coinbase, but we're looking for that green dot there on the daily chart. So I know some of you asked how to set an alert over the last couple of weeks, and I apologize for taking such a long break. I just can't record every day anymore. It's just too much for me. I got another business that I run, and I just got really overwhelmed, and I had to shut it down for a little bit. But I am back. And we're going to be dropping, I'm shooting for Wednesdays. We're going to be dropping these videos going over any chart requests or alerts that we get throughout the week. So I'm getting married in a couple of weeks. Thank you guys for reaching out and congratulating me. But yeah, that's a pretty big day coming up for me. So I probably won't be dropping a video in a couple of weeks, but Wednesdays are going to be the day I'm shooting for to be dropping these videos. So hopefully you guys are getting some value out of this. Again, we are taking off the 4 hour and the weekly here, and we are focused primarily on a monthly and a daily chart moving forward. And that's just how we're going to be trading. Okay, the weekly chart, we can't be buying the weekly dots when the monthly dot is red on our names. So we're moving out to the monthly and the daily. I think it's going to help us a lot. I think it's going to help our entries and our exits very, very much. I think we're going to find a lot of success, a lot more than we did with the weekly and the 4 hour. The weekly was still a very good chart to trade. Okay, it's just the time of the year. Okay, it's just the time of the year you want to pay attention to. Okay, you want to pay attention to the monthly. Okay, the monthly is what we need to be hyper focused on as long-term investors, not traders. We're not traders. We're long-term investors. Okay, so again, rare, we're in here on the daily now that we got the monthly signal, looking for a daily. I know you guys were asking how to set your own alerts. So when you have the trading indicator, okay, you can right click on your computer and hit add alert. Okay, and you can also do this on your phone as well. I have a tutorial on how to do it on your phone. But when you're using a daily, okay, you want to go to the chart you want to set an alert on. So again, I'm using a monthly and a daily. So the daily, what I do is I use the small green dots. Okay, so there's different kinds of dots here. The one, if you want to be notified of every single one that comes, it's the small one. Okay, so you do the small green dot, that's a buy signal. I do once per bar, and I set my expiration to open-ended. I think you have to have a special trading view package or plan I know you have to have the basic plan to get the indicator, but yeah, I think you have to have another one to get the open-ended alert. The open-ended alert just makes it so I only have to set the alert once. Okay, so if you don't have the paid version, you can use the basic version, but I think they only let you go like 2 months out. So you have to go in there and reset your alerts all the time. If you don't want to do that, pay for the right package, and then you'll get open-ended, so it'll never expire. And then you'll get an email, and you'll also get a notification in the app as well. So I normally get them in my email. That's when I check my email every day because I run a business. So when I see them come in, I'm able to check them. And then the monthly ones, for the people who are members of the Discord over here, these are called out in the alert section. So no longer weeklies, but monthly alerts. Okay, once we get the monthly alert, then we're zooming into the daily, looking for the daily signals, like I've been saying. Okay, but the monthly dots on my watch list are called out here inside of the Discord from here on out. So that's how that works. And again, hopefully you guys know how to do it. So again, you just go to the chart you want to trade. You hit add alert. Okay, and then for this, like I could just test this out right here, and then I normally do once per bar, but in this case, I'm going to do once per bar close. Okay, I'd recommend once per bar. Then it's going to tell you every single time that thing shows up. So if I did only once here, you're going to see a little alert pop up down here. Okay, it might take a second. Sometimes it takes a second to come through, but there it is. You can't see it, but it's right there. And I also should have just got an email as well telling me, hey, rare is showing a green dot on the monthly chart. So that's how that works. I want to make sure that didn't get called out over here. No, it didn't, because that got called out yesterday. But here's FUBU as well. Also, I'm super bullish on FUBU. I'm looking to take a long position on this on the next daily green dot. So again, I have an alert set. Okay, I'm going to use the small green dot and then the small red dots for sell signals if you guys want to see when the red dot prints, okay, on the daily or the monthly chart, whatever you guys are trading. Okay, but if you're on a monthly, again, all you got to do is set an alert. Okay, right click, add alert. Okay, the sell alerts, use the small green dots and the big green dots, or I'm sorry, the small green dots for the buy alerts. So small green dot is buy, small red dot is sell. Okay, so whatever time frame, if you want to be notified of every single one that comes. If you're on a monthly chart, I'd highly recommend using the small ones. Okay, those will help you guys out a lot. So here's the rest of those alerts here, though. FUBU, again, super bullish on this name. I really, really like this breakout. I like the company. I like what they offer. I think they're very undervalued down here at $1.68. So I am looking to buy and take a long position on FUBU on the next daily dot. So I have my own alert set here for the daily chart, okay, to notify me of when that green dot comes, because I think this monthly breakout is going to happen. Okay, and if it goes back to where that 50 is, okay, you're sitting at $1.68 right now. I mean, that's a 2,000% move right there on FUBU if it happens. And I think these guys get bought out or something happens because I use their service. I'm a user of it and I like it and I never want to cancel it. So that is why I'm long. That's a fundamental play, but also technically good right here now too. So that's Fubu. That's on the looking to buy list. So Home Depot, Rare, Fubu are the monthly dots, and then XRP is also green right here as well. So XRP, a lot of you guys know there's a lot of speculation about this name and what it's supposed to do for our society. If that is true, it turns out to be true. I think there's going to be a massive, massive move on XRP. But again, in here looking to buy the green dots on the daily chart now that we have the monthly dot. And that monthly dot should close here in 3 days. Okay, on the 31st is when these monthly candles close. If the monthly candle closes, that means the dot cannot be taken away from the chart. It cannot be taken away from the chart. It's there forever. Okay, so that means we're bullish over the long term on XRP. And here's the last one, which is AVE. AVE, massive trade. This one worked out really, really well for me. I made about 25 to 30%. It kept going after I sold it, I believe, at about 120. I sold like right in this area right here. Okay, but it kept going a little bit all the way up to 150. That's fine. Okay, never trying to time the exact top. But what did we see here? We saw a green dot on the monthly. Okay, and then we were patient and we waited for the green dot on the daily. Okay, and we got in around $95, $95 to $96. Okay, and then that thing ripped all the way up to 150. So if you were trading that, if you took that trade and sold the absolute top, unlike me, I sold for about a 26% move, 26% gain. It went 52%. That's a really good move. And guess what? Now it's pulling back again. So now it's going to give you another opportunity to buy it on the next green dot on the daily. So as long as the last dot remains green on the monthly, right, we're long on the trade. So we're buying every time this thing pulls back and gives us a green dot until this dot flips red. Hope that makes sense to you guys. I know we got a couple chart requests over here inside of the request thread here. We got ABT and Prime. ABT and Prime. You guys can put those chart requests in throughout the week, and I'd be happy to look at them. But Prime on the monthly, there's not a lot of data here, but that thing is pulling back here. It went all the way up to like 9.5. The volatility is just insane right now, guys. Okay, you're getting a red dot here on the daily, so I'd be careful on Prime here. I'd actually be a seller of the name, okay, and I'd be waiting for the monthly chart to be a little more clear and give me like a green candle like that. But right now, this thing's just a falling knife on Prime. So the daily chart, okay, I'd be a seller here on the daily. Okay, I'd be an absolute seller. If it can break out over 835 again and keep going, wonderful. But again, we're going to be very selective about what we trade here now, folks. Okay, we want green dots on the monthly. We want it to be clear. There's enough names. Okay, there's enough names. If you guys aren't familiar with this new scanner from TradingView, it's very, very powerful. So if you're trading stocks, ETFs, or crypto coins or cryptos, I don't know why I say crypto coins, but cryptocurrencies, they have a built-in scanner, and they actually have presets here. So some of you guys had some questions about this. This stock screener is what I use, and then I'm looking at, with my strategy, I'm looking at the most capitalized. This is the largest companies by market cap. So these are the biggest companies in the world, and it has them in order here. Okay, it has them in order all the way down here. You can see T-Mobile, AMD, Adobe, okay, Chevron. You got Netflix, you got MRK, Coca-Cola, Home Depot, J&J. So you're able to see all these names. And here's a little hack for you. Okay, if you come down here and you go to technicals, okay, it will actually rate the stocks for you based on their moving averages. So this is all rating a daily chart, though. It's not rating a monthly chart, but this is just good to see, right? You want it to be a strong buy on whatever chart you're trading, right? If you're looking at a daily chart, this is a strong buy right now, but you could see it's trending up. Okay, so you can do that. You can also go based off their valuations, right? You could see how much they are up over the year. Like Nvidia's up 177% over the year. You could see performance-wise how they're performing over the last week, the last month, the last 3 months. Okay, I really like to use the technicals. You can see the cash flow, the profitability, income statements. Okay, you can see how much money they're making, their operating income. Okay, that's all cool and dandy, but for the most part, we're technical traders here on this channel. So you can see Microsoft is rated as a strong sell. Nvidia is still a strong buy, which is surprising. We'll see how their earnings do. They'll probably kill their earnings now that I went short on it, and it will just skyrocket. Their earnings come out today at 1 p.m., but if they miss their earnings or they get a negative reaction to earnings, that put should do pretty well. Again, I was just buying the puts based off the monthly dot along with the daily dot showing. In my opinion, that was a great time to take a trade. Okay, so I'm short on the market there. But this is how you can go through these stocks, and you can go through these. Okay, you can pull these up, and you can pull up the monthly chart, and you could see what they're doing. Okay, where's the monthly at? Too high, too high, too high, too high, too high. So all of these are just in the red list for me because, again, I don't want to buy assets up here. Okay, I want to wait for that once in a lifetime or once every couple of year pullback, like on Broadcom here, back to $40. This thing ripped all the way up to 328. And there's opportunities like this all the time. Look at Tesla. Tesla's actually down here right now, unlike Nvidia. Okay, Nvidia doesn't look like a very good time to buy. Nvidia was a good time to buy back down here. But if you're looking at Tesla, okay, Tesla's actually down here. Okay, it's actually down here on the floor. So that's really the only big name I'm long on besides United Health right now. And United Health just got that a green dot on the monthly as well. So if it's on my green list, it's got a green dot on the monthly, right? So then after it's green on the monthly, I'm looking to buy it. I'm looking to buy a pullback on United Health. If United Health pulls back to 550 or 520, right? I get a green dot way down here. This is what I'm looking for. A pullback on the daily now that I have the monthly confirmation that the whale is swimming up. Okay, so I think there's going to be a couple stocks that will perform well. Microsoft, or sorry, this is MasterCard doesn't look bad here. That one looks like it actually might print a green one, but the daily is just too overextended for me, right? Too overextended. So if it's on the red list, the last dot is red. Okay, the last dot is red if it's on the red list, and XOM is actually green. So this one should actually be on the green list, and we'd be looking for pullbacks here on a daily chart. Okay, pull it back, rip it up, pull it back, rip it up. Okay, J&J was another name that's also green. So you can also use this on, and there's also other categories. So you can go highest net income, close to high level or new high and undervalued, healthy growth technology stocks. So if I go ahead and switch to that, you could see these are the healthy growth technology stocks here in TradingView. You could see the different kinds of presets that it automatically loads up. Again, you can go to the technicals and see how they're rated, but I'd be on a monthly chart here, right? Scanning for names that are way down there on the blue wave, like APP, way too high. I'm shorting APP here. I'm an APP short here, dude. Okay, going way short right now. Okay, big red dot and a red dot on the monthly. That's actually a good shorting opportunity right there. Okay, so HEI, again, way too extended. I want to buy HEI down here. Snowflake was actually one I was looking at the other day that's been absolutely clobbered. It's down here at a very interesting level. Mara is actually on this list, but Mara is red. So you could go through these presets here on their stock screener, and there's also a crypto screener. Okay, so moving forward with the strategy that I'm using, I'm actually only going to be trading top 100 coins here using this strategy. And these are the top 100 cryptocurrencies by market cap. So all of these are in my watch lists, okay, the ones that are tradable on Coinbase, which is what I use to trade. But again, I'm scanning through these, right? I'm looking at these and I'm saying, okay, Ave's got a green dot. Okay, TRX has got a green dot. Floki still red. Okay, Clay's still red. Okay, IMX still red. APT still red. XRP is green. Okay, XRP's got a green dot on the monthly, but ICP, Algorand, all of these names are very, very red. So we want to wait till these names flip back to green to take some action. Okay, AVAX is red. AVAX gave you a red one back there in May. Gave you the green one right there in November at $11. It went all the way up to 65. That was a 500% move. Dogecoin is red. Where do we want to buy Doge? We want to buy Doge down here. Okay, Dogecoin, boom, we're buying at 6 cents. It went all the way up to 22. Merry Christmas. There's 300% in your pocket. So that's what we're looking for, folks. We're now focused on the monthly chart. Okay, we're using a monthly integrated with a daily chart. So we need the monthly chart before we take the position. We need the monthly dot, and then we're looking at the daily to buy that pullback and get that sniped entry, right? We want to buy the green dot after we get that monthly dot. Okay, that is the strategy moving forward. I have actually updated those in the trading rules here. Okay, we're swing traders that focus on the monthly chart. We enter and exit positions using the trading indicator. Okay, buy, green means buy, red means sell. We are not greedy and we take profits. Okay, we're focusing on the monthly chart, not the weekly anymore. That is how we're rolling here at Overkill Trading. Hopefully you guys got some value out of this video. If you guys need me, hit me up over here inside the Discord. That link is down in the description and pinned in the comment section below. I hope you guys have a great week. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.